Alright my fellow agents, welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as most of you know by now, one of my favorite aspects about putting build videos together is the family that we have here at the channel, as we are constantly having conversations about different ways to run with the build. Now with that being said, one conversation we've been having recently in the comment section of different videos is how many different ways you can actually run with the big Alejandro LMG, which is the brand new exotic that we have in the game. And one thing I noticed over the weekend is that a lot of you recommended I put together a build with the big Alejandro LMG and Sawyer's knee pads, and I was also getting requests from players asking me to put that build together, so that is exactly what you're getting today. Now as always, we're going to jump right into the details, and if you happen to enjoy this, do me a favor and hit that like button. It truly helps the channel out. And if you want to stay up to speed on all things Division, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button as well. Now for this version of the build, I'm using the gunner specialization because that's going to give me some extra armor on kill. Every third reload is going to be faster. I have access to the Banshee pulse. I'm going to get some extra rate of fire. I get extra weapon handling when I'm in cover. And always remember, regardless of the specialization you choose, always have the proper weapons activated in your weapon skill tree. That way you're getting a 15% weapon damage bonus regardless of which one you're using. But in full transparency, I never really put down my primary weapon, which needless to say is the big Alejandro LMG. Now as you can see, it has the talent cover shooter. Every bullet fired while in cover increases weapon damage by 1% up to 100%. The bonus lasts for 15 seconds. Getting a kill with this weapon while in cover resets the duration. And you can see they also mention the fact that the bonus damage is cancelled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. Now the reason that's a very important detail is because I know a lot of players out there, including myself, as soon as there's a break in the action, we try to reload our weapon. You do not want to do that with this talent. You want to make sure you completely empty the tank. Now moving on to the gear itself, you can see we're using Sawyer's knee pads, 1 Petrov, and 4 of the tipping scales gear set, which is what we're starting with. Now we're using 4 so we get all of the gear set bonuses, 2 pieces 30% magazine size, 3 pieces 30% LMG damage, and 4 pieces throttle control. Shooting build stacks to a max of 50. Each stack is going to provide 0.5% weapon handling and 4% crit hit damage. Next we have the body armor, which happens to be the second piece of tipping scales, and because we are wearing the gear set's body armor, we have access to the talent sustainability. That is going to increase the maximum number of stacks from 50 to 75. Next we have the holster, third piece of tipping scales. You'll notice I'm doing my best to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. Continuing on to the knee pads, you can see they are Sawyer's knee pads, and I gotta tell you, I don't use these as often as I should. Now, they have the talent stand your ground. You cannot be staggered by explosions. More importantly, it increases total weapon damage by 3% each second you're not moving. The max stack is 10. Right after that, we have the gloves. It's the 1 piece of Petrov. We're using contractor's gloves, so we get that extra at 10% LMG damage bonus, and these have that metal attribute locked in, 8% damage to armor. Last but not least, my friends, we have the backpack, and because we are using a tipping scales bag, we have access to the talent snowball, and that is going to increase the crit hit damage received per stack from 4 to 7. Now, as far as the skills are concerned, if you have smart cover, I recommend using that. But to be very clear, you need to have completed the Battle for Brooklyn DLC to have access to this skill variant. I know some of you out there may not have it as yet, so I will show you another variation that I can promise will still get the job done. Hope this helped you out, my friends, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage and a few final thoughts. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible continued support. Please let me know of any other questions you have I did not address. Thank you once again for the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone. Hello once again, my fellow agents. I hope everyone is doing well on this fine day. Alright, a few things really quick as I leave you with the gameplay footage. First of all, to get the big Alejandro LMG, it is a guaranteed reward when you get to level 46 in the Anniversary Event Pass. That's the free version, so again, you don't have to buy anything whatsoever to get this weapon. You can also get it by opening up Anniversary caches, and for those of you out there who may want a full breakdown of how the event actually works, I'll leave a link to a video I posted when this thing started about a week ago. As far as Sawyer's knee pads are concerned, they are in the general loot pool. You can farm for them anywhere the knee pads are the targeted loot. Always remember you can choose the loot type when you're playing Countdown, Retaliation, or the Summit. Last but not least, in the gameplay footage you saw a moment ago, I was using the smart cover system. If you happen to have that, I recommend using that as one of your skills. If not, in the gameplay footage you're about to see, I'm going to be using the booster hive. I promise you that can still get the job done. That's all I got for this video, my friends. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you in the next one.
Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Supply room access unlocked.